The time I got reincarnated as a goat, a Yoruba tale of chaos and hooves. Kunle Adebayo strutted through Ogun's feast, Lagos's hottest eatery, like a peacock in an apron. The place was a circus of flavour. Plates of jollof rice so good they'd made a food critic cry, pepper soup that could wake the dead, and suya that had people lining up like it was free rent day. At 35, Kunle was the self-crowned king of culinary chaos, a Yoruba chef who'd turned Lagos into his spicy kingdom. Michelin stars? Got 'em. Gordon Ramsay's number? Blocked it, he'd brag, flipping a spatula like a gangster twirling a gun. His wife, Tolu, perched at a table, doodling coat designs on her tablet, her master's in textile design still warm from the printer. Her agbadas were so fly, Instagram influencers begged for scraps. She glanced up, smirking. Kunle, you're louder than a Danfo horn, he winked, and twice as sexy. Mama Yemi barged in from the kitchen, puff puff piled high on a tray, her wrapper screaming orange like a traffic cone on steroids. She'd been crashing with them since Tolu's graduation, turning their flat into a prayer convention. Kunle, thank Ogun for this hustle, she huffed, plopping the tray down, or Sangol zap that big head of yours. Kunle snorted, chugging palm wine. Mama, if Ogun wants props, he can tip the waiter. I built this empire with these hands, and a dash of genius. Tolu elbowed him. Keep talking, and the gods will turn you into a yam. He grinned. Long as they fry me with dodo. Tolu was a one-woman shrine. Colonnets for Sango, candles for Jesus, even a random flower for some Hindu god she saw on TV. Kunle, his only god was the stove. The night was a family circus. Femi, Kunle's sous chef brother, swaggered in, apron looking like a war zone, boasting, "My Agusi's gonna outshine your jollof, bro." Bimpy, their teenage sister, bounced around, snapping selfies with customers, captioning them, "Living my best chef sis life." Baba Adi lounged in the back, counting cash and muttering, "These kids are too loud." The Adebayos were a riot. Messy, loud, and unstoppable. Rain turned Lagos into a swamp as the family piled into Kunle's SUV after closing. Femi drove, Tolu shotgun, while Kunle, Mama Yemi, and Bimpe squished in the back like sardines in a rusty can. The wipers flailed like drunk dancers, and Kunle griped, "This rain's uglier than Femi's last haircut." Femi shot back, "At least I don't smell like burnt stew." Then, bam! A truck screamed out of the dark, horn blaring like a Nollywood villain's theme song. Femi yanked the wheel, yelling, "Hold on to your puff puff." Metal crunched, glass flew, and Kunle's world did a backflip. His last thought? Tolu's gonna kill me if I dented her tablet. Then, lights out. He woke to a pounding headache and rough hands dragging him through mud. Yoruba curses flew overhead, but his ears buzzed like a broken radio. "Tolu, Femi?" he mumbled, blinking into the rain. His body felt weird, light, wobbly, like he'd lost 50 pounds and all his dignity. He flopped into a puddle and, sweet Sango, his reflection wasn't Kunle, king of spice. It was a goat. Amber eyes, horns like nubs, a beard that said, "I give up." He bleated, sounding like a car alarm with a cold, and thought, "This is not the glow-up I ordered." Kunle hoofed it back to their flat above Ogun's feast, slipping in puddles and dodging okadas that nearly turned him into roadkill. He scratched at the door, bleating like a broken trumpet. Bimpe yanked it open, eyes puffy from crying. "Scram, you mangy goat!" she snapped, yeeting a yam peel at his head. It bonked his horn, and he yelped, "Bimpe, it's me, you little gremlin!" But it came out as, "Bah!" She cackled. "Dumb goat!" Tolu shuffled out, arm in a sling, looking like she'd aged 10 years. "Bimpy, chill." She sighed, her voice a ghost. Kunle lunged, desperate for a hug, but she jumped back like he was a plague rat. "Whoa, goat, personal space." Mama Yemi appeared, wrapper dripping, and stared him down. Then, plot twist, she knelt and hugged him, whispering, "Welcome, you stubborn fool." Kunle blinked. "Wait, she knows?" She dragged him to the backyard, a soggy mess of peppers and mud. Park it here, she said, like he was a naughty kid in timeout. Bimpy skipped out later, tossing more peels. Chow down, Goatsart, she giggled. Kunle glared at his hooves, his chef hands, once legends of the ladle, now useless stubs. I'm a flipping goat, he thought. This is worse than Femi's cooking. Days dragged on, a sitcom of misery. Kunle spied on his family through the window. Pathetic, right? Tolu stitched coats like a zombie, her sobs drowned by the sewing machine's whir. Femi, leg bandaged, hobbled around the restaurant muttering, I'm the boss now, huh? Baba Ad rolled in from Ibadan, sorting Kunle's stuff like a garage sale vulture. One afternoon he stomped into the yard, knife gleaming like a horror movie prop. This goat's got meat on it, he said. Stew time. Kunle's tiny goat heart did a somersault. Baba grabbed his horn, hauling him to a stump. Not today, Satan, Kunle bleated, flailing like a breakdancing goat. The knife rose. Then Mama Yemi swooped in, hollering, Drop it, Aid. This goat's VIP, Baba scowled. VIP? It's lunch. She crossed her arms. It's for a ritual, you old grump. Back off. Baba muttered, Crazy woman, and stormed off, leaving Kunle dozed in the yard, dreaming of jollof and dignity. Suddenly, Mama Yemi's hands snatched him up, sneaky as a cat burglar. Time to move, goat boy, she hissed, stuffing him into her beat-up travel bag like he was last week's laundry. He kicked and bleated, Let me out, you wrapper-wearing lunatic. But it was just, bah! The zipper shut, and he felt jolts. Her stomping, a car door slamming, the growl of an engine. Is she kidnapping me? He thought, bouncing around with her spare wrappers and a suspiciously squishy puff-puff. Darkness hit, and he passed out, muttering, This family's nuts. He jolted awake as the bag unzipped, spilling him onto dusty ground. Sitar music twanged, tablas thumped, and voices chattered in Hindi. He blinked up at a Bangalore street. Cows moseyed, bikes honked, and Mama Yemi loomed, dusting off her wrapper. Welcome to India, Kunle, she said, grinning like she'd won the lottery. He bleated, India? How'd you smuggle me on a plane, you mad woman? She shrugged. Checked baggage. You're lighter than my yam stash. Kunle gawked. Garlands hung everywhere. A street vendor flipped dosas, and a cow stared at him like, Sup, newbie? Mama Yemi yanked his rope. Move it, goat chef. We've got a mission. He stumbled after her, thinking, Mission? I just want my thumbs back. Mama Yemi hauled him to a rickety shack on Bangalore's edge, locking the door like they were in a spy flick. She lit a lantern, shadows bouncing off her smug face. Your wife's prayers saved you. Mr. I don't believe in nothing, she said. Ogun, Jesus, the ancestors, they all chipped in. But you're stuck with hooves till you stop being a smart mouth. Kunle bleated. This is your fault, you bag-stuffing psycho. But it was just, bah! She smirked, turning away. Sleep tight, goat boy. Part 2. The time I got reincarnated as a goat 2 is coming. Subscribe, smack that bell, and comment. Would you survive Mama Yemi's bag? Catch you in the next goat-tastrophe.